is 9 o'clock on Thursday, the 1st August 2024. This is the program whereby we bring you some of the stories that have been written on our daily newspapers. And today I have The Nation and the Daily Times here with me, Emmanuel Chuocha, and my colleague
Charity Chilanga.
Mwatoka banje.
Ndatoka bwino ni mwatoka wa.
Ife nditu tatoka bwino kaya kumene mwachoka.
Kwa bwino kaya kumene mwachoka ino.
Ayi ife nso kwa bwino.
Nazikwana.
Ndiye tione kuti kodi manyuzipepa athu amdziko muno komanso kunjako kwa kwanje amalawi aufuna atadziwa.
Alright, I'll be taking you through the Daily Times newspaper. And to begin with, the very front page, it's a box, Rumor Peddlers. The story has 3 headlines. The one I've just read is a main headline, and the sub-headline said, God knows Chidima print clash cause, and the other one says, ignore the attacks it chiefs. And part with the story says, President Lazarus Chakwera has disclosed that some people are forcing him to speak about the print clash that claimed the lives of former Vice President Saulos Chilima and former First Lady Patricia Chanel Zimbeli. Chakwera, who addressed the chiefs from Chitipa, Kalunga, Rumpi and Karabe districts when they consoled him on the deaths at Nzuzu State Lodge yesterday, said he had chosen not to respond to attacks that have been directed at him in relation to the death of Chilima. Yes.
Tonse in a race against time. A year before elections, pressure mounts for Chakwera to cut presidential powers. With just a year to the next general elections, time is running out for the Tonse Alliance administration to fulfill one of its main agenda items, trimming presidential powers that the country legal instruments conferred on the presidents. And critics, including notable political scientists and legal minds, are pouncing. In his inaugural address on July 6, 2020, President Lazarus Chakwera pledged to trim presidential powers, including those on appointed over top civil servants and heads of state-owned enterprises.
Right. Moving on to the third page of the Daily Times, Kantuli dumps UTM, joins MCP. Part with the story says, Tourism Minister Vela Kantukule yesterday dumped UTM party and joined the governing Malawi Congress Party, MCP. Kantukule was unveiled by MCP Secretary General Esther Huamkaka at a press briefing held at the party's headquarters in Lilongwe. She said she had joined the party after consulting on the issue.
50-50 campaign, 6.9 billion injection. NGO Gender Coordination Network has said it needs $5 million, about 9 billion kwacha, to effectively implement its 50-50 campaign. The initiative seeks to achieve equal representation of male and female in political positions. Speaking during the press briefing yesterday, Chairperson Magika Tewila Banda said the network does not have resources to carry out its activities to help women participate in election and be voted into political positions.
All right, government calls for education investments. Education Minister Madalito Kambawa Werema has underscored the need for more investment in research to improve outcomes of the country's education sector. Kambawa Werema said this on Tuesday during the launch of a 3-year research project dubbed Scaling Up Innovative Gender, Inclusion and Safeguarding Approaches, leading community development to implement the project in collaboration with the Center for Educational Research and Training at the University of Malawi and at the Robert Owen for Educational Change in the School of Education at the University of Glasgow.
And on the business page, says government to own 15% stakes in each of 2 mining themes. The long-awaited Mining Development Agreement, MDA, the Malawi government has signed will enable it to have 15% and 10% stakes in each of its 2 themes, according to the details of the pact. The signing of the MDs took place last Friday in Lilongwe, came 17 years after Malawi government also signed the first ever mining contract with Australian Stock Exchange listed Paladin Energy Limited in February 2007.
All right, the business segment of the Daily Times, a new platform to enable imports using Kwacha. Strides have been registered towards the rollout of the digital finance payment system, which will allow local traders to import goods within the common market for Eastern and Southern Africa COMESA region using the Kwacha. Central banks in the region are moving towards facilitating seamless transactions for regional businesses using native currencies. Championed by the COMESA Business Council, CBC, the platform will link systems of central banks in member states with that of commercial banks for private sector players to make payments using their home currencies.
And international story, it reads, Iran president vows to retaliate against Israel. Tension in the Middle East is worsening following the killing of the Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh and the senior Hezbollah commander Fadouk Shuk on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has vowed to take actions against Israel following the attacks.
I don't have international news, so we may take another one.
Take another
yes.
one. Okay. Another one, it reads, Sudan government conditionally accept peace talks. Sudan military-led government has conditionally accepted a U.S. invitation to attend peace talks with Sudan paramilitary rapid support forces in Geneva, Switzerland. The talks are also expected to involve the African Union and United Nations, among others.
All right, in arts in Kacha, Pen Malawi celebrates Invisible Child Project. A feast of activities that included songs, dance, plays, and drama served by learners from 8 primary schools in Blantyre were enough testimony of the great strides that the Invisible Child Project that Pen Malawi initiated 3 years ago had made during its commemoration. Held at Kabeni Teachers Training College on Monday, learners from the schools that have been part of the Invisible Child Project used the songs, stories, dance, and poetry, among others, to tackle issues facing children in the country. Pen Malawi President Alfred Msadala, who is a renowned poet and writer, lauded the project, saying it has brought tremendous results to the 8 selected schools.
Mushroom Shed's final episodes rakes 4 million kwacha. The final episode of Mushroom Shed Season 1 has made 4 million a week after its release last Tuesday. Shazi production maker and the maker of the television series last week announced the transition to utilizing the website, which requires people to pay 1,000 kwacha to access the content.
All right, still in arts and culture, Chiwamba exhibits 37 poems in USA. Renowned poet Robert Chiwamba said yesterday he is glad to have managed to exhibit 37 poems at the Texas Tech University during a cultural farewell night in the United States of America, USA. Chiwamba, who is Poetry Association of Malawi PAM leader, is in USA, having made the list for this year's 6-week flagship program of the Young African Leaders Initiative, YALI, also known as the Mandela Washington Fellowship, which also includes rapper Suffix and Maurice Maigwa.
And the back page of the Nation Sports, Bingu Stadium gets full notes. CAF approves facility to host AFCON qualifiers. Confederation of African Football, CAF, has approved Bingu National Stadium, BNS, to host the 2025 Total Energy African Cup of Nations AFCON qualifiers scheduled for September to November. The development means the Frames are assured of playing their group AFCON qualifiers at the venue.
All right, the very back page of the Daily Times, a swimmer to open Team Malawi's Olympic campaign. That's local sports. Part with the story says Team Malawi's campaign for 2024 Paris Olympic Games will begin today when swimmer Philippe Gomes take the lane in France. According to Malawi Olympic Committee MOC Director Naomi Shinato, who is the chair of the mission, Gomez will be in action in Heat 5 Rain 8.
Football Legends set up a business center. Football Legends Association has set up a stationery and internet bureau business at Chitipi along Mchinji Road in Rilongwe. The business also includes sale of sports replica. The association board member Peter Kingskaila said in an interview yesterday that the proceeds from the business will be channeled towards the body operations and ultimately its members' welfare. He said in a long term they will plan to expand the business venture.
Right, Hapasua hopeful on turnaround Bangwazel Bullets 2. FC Binya's big Bullets coach Kalisto Pasua believes that there is time for his side to fight for the Tenem Super League title. Despite the team's poor showing in the first round, the Zimbabwean mentor told journalists after his charges moved to 4th position on the 6-member log table, following a 2-0 victory over struggling Bangwe All Stars at Impela Stadium in Blantyre yesterday. This means Bullets have registered their 5th win after drawing 8 times and suffering 2 losses in the first half of the season.
And international sports, Egypt stunned Spain. Egypt produced a stunning performance to beat Spain 2-1 in their final cup Group C match of the men's Olympic football tournament on Tuesday to secure the top spot and a place in the quarter-final. Congrats, Anna Farao.
All right, France face Argentina in Olympic quarter-finals. Host France will play Argentina in the Olympic men's football quarter-finals after progressing to the last 8 by beating New Zealand 3-0 to top Group A. Crystal Palace striker Jean-Philippe Mateta got the opening goal for a dominant France, who registered an impressive 34 shots to New Zealand's 9. And that also brings us to the end of our today's edition of Press Review. Remember, we just take you through some of the stories. And if you want to have a full picture of what's in the papers, you can get your own copies. Both of the Daily Times and The Nation are going at 2,000 kwacha. You've been with me, Charity Shilanga, alongside
Emmanuel Georgia.
Continue watching Luntha TV for the rest of our programs. Good morning.
Development for every nation in the world is a better plan. Not just any plan, but a well-implemented one. And of course, development partners. Who are Malawi's development partners and what are they doing? To know more, tune into Malawi's Development Partners, MDP, with me, Kathy Matura, on Luntha TV.
Luntha Television, bringing wisdom into your home.